Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open, it's just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, I would rather you hate me on the way to heaven than you love me on the way to hell. Straight up. Because, bro, I'm not here to fucking entertain your destruction. I'm here to help wake you the fuck up before this world sedates your soul, brother. So look, I already know the type of content. I'll be real with you, bro. I really is, because I study it. I used to live it, and I refuse to fucking do that way. Like, I already know the type of content that would blow up fast as fuck in the world we live in today. Straight up. And it sucks. And I choose not to take that path. Like, if I post content about more partying, if I post content about more drinking, if I post content about more girls, if I post content about reckless behavior, if I post content about the shock value, like, it's gonna fucking go viral. It sucks. It really does. And I choose not to. Like, I would grow so faster if I chose that route, but at what cost? Fuck that shit. Like, to sell my values, my morals, my principles, to gain the attention? Fuck that shit, bro. Like, what exactly would I be doing by what I would be gaining by that? I would be gaining, being built something on some weak ass foundation, on some shit that I don't even believe in anymore. Fuck that. I refuse to become another man chasing clout while silently destroying my spirit, my leadership, my family. Behind the scenes, just because I want to fucking build this shit fast? Fuck that. You see, fast growth means nothing if the foundation is weak, bro. Yo, I work in construction. I've been working construction 15 plus years. And I can tell you that if you have a weak foundation, you cannot build anything. It will fall apart. You will not be able to go to the second floor, third floor, fifth, 10th, shit. If you don't have a strong foundation, your shit will not erect. It really won't. And so most men are obsessed with speed. I get it. We're high performance men. We wanted everything. We want it fast. We want it now, right? We want that fast money. We want that fast fame. We want that fast validation. We want that fast pleasure. But bro, take it from someone who changed his life completely around from that mindset, from that mentality, from those fucking actions that didn't provide anything for me, meaningful. Fast growth built on weak principles will eventually collapse. Like, a lot of people only care about what looks in quotation marks, looks successful. Bro, fuck that. Like, man, I've studied so many other fucking followers out there, influencers, the guys with like 100,000 followers and all this shit. And you're like, oh my God, these guys have other shit together. Like, and then you really deep dive and look at their life and you're like, yo, these fucking guys are piece of shits. These guys ain't making no money. These guys ain't making no difference. These guys ain't no fucking role model. These guys ain't no fucking true leader. Fuck that. So the followers, the views, that lifestyle that they say they have, that's all being built on a weak ass foundation. And when it gets exposed, they will crumble. Eventually, your weak foundation gets exposed, bro. And I refuse to go down that route. I refuse to take the easy road. That's why so many men, they look like they're successful, but secretly, bro, deep down inside, they're fucking depressed. They're addicted. They're disconnected from God. They're disconnected from their wives. They're disconnected from their purpose. And then you see fucking people committing suicide, even though from the outside, it looks like they have it all together. Why? Because they build their identity on attention instead of truth. And it's fucking sad. You see this shit all the time online, bro. Like, the dude looks cool on social media. Like, all the cars, partying nonstop, surrounded by the fake hype, fucking chasing women, fucking numbing himself constantly. Meanwhile, his health is fucking trash. His marriage is falling apart. His spirit is empty. His discipline is non-existent. That ain't winning. If you're calling that successful, then I don't want to be that. The slow destruction with good marketing? Fuck that. We just saw it in the car community. And it's so sad because this guy was a fucking badass. You would look at it from the outside and you're like, yo, this guy has it all together. And yet he fucking destructed himself. A real man, bro, asks, what is this lifestyle turning me into? Not, how cool does this make me look? Bro, anything built without principles eventually collapses under pressure. And so, do you want to collapse under pressure? Or do you want to build some shit based on fucking morals, values, and principles? You see, comfort and sedation are destroying our men today. They really are. The world sells comfort like it's fucking freedom. And it sucks, bro. Comfort is actually sedation in disguise. Men are numbing themselves daily, bro. Fucking with the alcohol, with the drugs, with the pornography, with the endless distractions, with the validation addiction, with the likes, with the constant stimulation. Fuck that. What does that bring to your life? It brings nothing valuable. Like you're there sitting alone with your own thoughts. It fucking terrifies me to even think about that shit. And so instead of confronting themselves, what they do, they go sedate themselves. And if they continue down that road, so sad. It can become a destructive end. That's why taking care of your mind, this is why I believe so strongly in banging gears. I take care of my mind, I take care of my spirit, I take care of my body, I take care of my marriage, I take care of my career, I take care of my passions. They all matter extremely to me. And they're all non-negotiables because those things sharpen me. Those things, they create the leader that I want to be. Sharpening hurts sometimes. Bro, and if I'm being real with you, sharpening hurts a lot of the fucking times. It really does. That's why weak men avoid it. But when you work on yourself and you work on all those areas every single day, eventually it's gonna go upward. You got no choice when you're showing up every single day. Some days are gonna hurt, some days are gonna be whack, some days you're not gonna make no progress. But when you zoom out and you fucking look at 700 plus days that I've been intentionally working on all these areas, it fucking has a positive slope. It's going upward. It's getting better. And so, of course, it would be easier to drink your stress away than face your problems. Of course, it would be easier to fucking endlessly scroll on fucking Instagram than go and pray. Of course, it would be easier to go and have lustful desires and look at porn and all that shit than rather, and look at other women than rather build loyalty. Of course, it would be easier to go party than build purpose. But dog, the easy roads create weak ass men, bro. They really do. And so do you want to be a weak ass man or do you want to be a fucking warrior? You're not called to become the most entertained version of yourself, bro. You're called to become the strongest fucking version of yourself. Sedation feeds, it feels good temporarily. It really does, bro. But purpose feels good eternally. Purpose feels good long term. You see, real leadership, it requires the unpopular truth. If you truly want to lead, and some people will dislike you. That's the truth about it. Some people will not vibe with what you're doing anymore. Some people will not fucking have a positive opinion about you because what you're doing is showing them that, hey, they don't got their shit together. Because they're looking at you and they're looking at how you're improving your life, how you're improving your discipline, how you're improving your standards, how you're improving the way you move. And all you're doing is exposing what they still haven't fixed in their life. And so you will encounter this. It's part of the deal. That's why I started with, I would rather you hate me on the way to heaven than love me on the way to hell. Because backed by popular belief, this world wants you to believe the sedation and the alcohol and the drugs and the sex and the money and all that shit is what's, because that is what sells. But that is not what builds powerful men. That is not what builds powerful households. That's not what is gonna create a role model for your kids. A leader tells the truth even when it's unpopular. A leader calls men to be higher. A leader stands on his morals. He stands on his principles, even when the culture laughs at him. Even like, bro, I can tell you this right now. I could post some shit that about ass, titties, about fucking all this shit, and it'll get massive amount of likes. And I post some shit about how to improve yourself, on how to on the habits that will improve your life, on how the habits will improve you as a man, as an individual, and those shits barely get any likes. Barely get any shares. But guess what? It takes courage to show up for yourself. It takes courage to want to improve. It takes courage to face the fucking truth and look at yourself dead eye in the mirror and realize that, yo, you gotta make some change. Because the modern culture rewards weakness and it packages as some fucking freedom, when the reality is fucking putting some chains on you, on your mind. And so, bro, I get hyped about this because I believe in it so much. Like, yo, here's some examples of how you could be choosing to act differently. Straight up. Bro, you could be choosing to be disciplined over facing the distraction. You could be choosing to go pray over letting the pride take the best of you. You could be choosing to be loyal versus giving in to the lustful desires and living the lies. You could choose to be healthy mentally, spiritually, physically over self-destruction. You can choose building a legacy over chasing the clout. But here's the thing, bro. This will make people uncomfortable. This will make people not vibe with you anymore. Why? Because it exposes them. Because your discipline reminds them of their excuses. Because you came from the same place that they did. Because you probably even came from the lower place that they did. And yet you're improving yourself. You're thriving. You're feeling on fire despite everything else being on fire. And so not everybody will understand your path, brother. And that's okay. Dog, Jesus wasn't popular with everybody either. He was here helping the world and everybody fucking hated him. Literally fucking crucified him. But the truth challenged comfort. It always has, and it always be that way. I'm not here to help men stay comfortable. I'm here to help men become dangerous in the right fucking ways. So, yo, as we wrap up this episode, I'm gonna ask you this fucking question. What parts of your life are built on validation instead of values, instead of morals, instead of principles? That's a hard one to face. And my challenge for this next month is I want you to remove, just one thing from your life that's sedating your growth. Maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's porn, maybe it's toxic content, maybe it's partying, maybe it's laziness, maybe it's the endless scrolling, maybe it's the fucking negative influences. Whatever it is for you, I just want you to get one of them. And I want you to replace it with something that sharpens you instead of makes you dull. Because, brother, I'm not here trying to build a fast movement. I'm working on building a real fucking movement. One filled with men who lead their homes. One filled with men who honor God. One filled with men who take care of their bodies, who protect their families, who live with discipline, who stand on principles, and who feed their souls the right fucking way. Because clout fades, vanity fades, attention fades, but the impact of a real man, that shit echoes through generations. I will be the generational change to my bloodline. It shit changes with me and my wife. I would rather be hated for telling the truth than loving for helping men destroy themselves. Fuck that. I refuse to be that guy. So bang gears daily, walk with faith, and hold this shit wide fucking open, dog. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, claiming victory for every single wide open war that's out there. My brother, this is your wake-up call. Break the chains, step out of the average, and become this badass motherfucker that you were born to be. This Live Wide Open movement isn't just a podcast. This is a mission that God has stamped in my heart. And helping you rise is the purpose I live for. So lock this shit in and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And if today's message and lit that fire in your chest, my brother, then don't you dare keep this shit to yourself. Fuel another brother. Send this to another motorhead. Send this to another gearhead. Send this to another warrior who's hungry for more. Because the truth of the matter is that building a better life for your family is non-fucking negotiable. You got people who are depending on you. You've got a legacy to create. And those excuses that keep popping up in your mind, dog, they're never going to feed the fucking table. That's why it's time to get up. That's why it's time to log in. And that's why it's time to get to fucking work, dog. This is your moment. This is your mission. This is your movement. And Wide Open is the fucking way. Let's go.